the beginning of the movie, we are introduced to an overweight and clumsy professor named Sherman Klump. Everyone likes him, but due to his clumsiness, he often gets into trouble. One morning, when he arrives at work at William College, he sees that over 5,000 hamsters have somehow entered the campus. Their numbers grow so much that they start crawling into people's pants and sandwiches, creating chaos. These are the same lab hamsters that were released the day before. After some investigation, it's discovered that Sherman accidentally pressed a button without realizing it, which opened their cage. Sherman tries to solve the problem and goes to Shelley, his favorite colleague, who is also overweight like him. Sherman and his team begin experimenting on a formula that changes the DNA of an overweight person so they can lose weight quickly. They test this formula on Shelley, and she loses 85 grams, proving the formula's effectiveness. Sherman's assistant Jason suggests giving Shelley a higher dose, but Sherman warns it could be dangerous. Later, the dean calls Sherman and discusses the hamster incident, which has negatively affected the college's science department funding. A man named Harlan, who promises to donate $10 million to the college, is the last alum they're depending on. The dean warns Sherman to be very careful with his experiments because they don't want to lose Harlan. While teaching a class, Sherman accidentally erases part of the board with his big belly, which makes the students laugh. Then a new teacher named Miss Carla comes to meet him. Carla graduated in chemistry and teaches in a nearby hall. Sherman is attracted to her beauty and kindness. Carla tells him she has always wanted to meet him and admires his work. That evening, Sherman has dinner with his family, who are all overweight. He realizes it's a family problem. But his father is proud of being overweight and tells Sherman he can do anything except lose weight. His father also has a bad habit of passing gas during meals, so much so that he doesn't stop until he poops. Sherman feels very embarrassed by this, but his mother reminds him that while the outside may not be perfect, it's the inner beauty that truly matters. Motivated by this, Sherman goes to Carla's house to ask her out on a date, and she says yes. He's thrilled and plans to go to the ice cream club with her on Friday. When he gets home, he smiles broadly, finally happy about dating the girl he likes. While watching TV, he dozes off and dreams that he and Carla are at a beach kissing, but due to his weight, Carla sinks into the sand. He wakes up in fear. On TV, the host keeps saying yes I can, and Sherman starts repeating it too, deciding he's ready to lose weight by any means necessary. A few days before the date, Sherman joins Zumba and hits the gym, working hard. On Friday, they go to the club and enjoy themselves. But then a comedian named Reggie gets on stage and starts insulting audience members for laughs. When he targets Sherman, he crosses the line, making Sherman cry. Later, Sherman drops Carla home. She tries to make him feel better by complimenting him. He thanks her and goes home, still feeling depressed. He binges on junk food and falls asleep. He dreams he's had a heart attack and has turned into a giant in the hospital, destroying the world with a single fart. He wakes up in panic, only to realize he's transformed into a fit, young man. He's overjoyed and rushes out to tell everyone. He goes shopping at the mall and, later, while working in the lab, Carla walks in but doesn't recognize him. Thinking he's Sherman's assistant, she agrees to go out with him. Suddenly, Buddy's, his new form, fingers begin to swell, and before he transforms back, he quickly sends Carla away. Carla later meets Sherman and tells him about Buddy asking her out. Sherman says Buddy is a good guy and she should go. Buddy takes her to the club in a sports car that Sherman's body would never fit in. At the club, Reggie returns to insult people. This time, Buddy fights back with yo mama jokes and wins. The crowd cheers for Buddy, and he kisses Carla, but soon after, his lower lip begins to swell. Making up an allergy excuse, he leaves. Jason, Sherman's assistant, sees the valet hand over Sherman's car to Buddy and suspects Buddy stole it. He follows him and sees Buddy's face and limbs swelling in the car. Jason realizes Sherman has used the serum. He has to cut the car open to pull Sherman out. The next day, Sherman is late to class, where no students are present, only an angry dean waiting for him. The dean questions him about the sports car Buddy bought under Sherman's name. Though he says nothing, the dean warns that if Harlan's funding is jeopardized, Sherman will be in big trouble. They want Sherman's serum project to impress Harlan. Sherman meets Carla again, and she shares her feelings for Buddy, saying he seems strange. Sherman then takes her to dinner with his family, where they ask awkward personal questions, making Carla uncomfortable. His father's flatulence further embarrasses her. Later, Sherman apologizes for his family's behavior, but Carla says she's still waiting for Buddy's call. Sherman realizes Carla only likes him when he's Buddy. Determined, he goes to the lab to take more serum. Jason warns him that every dose spikes his testosterone and that Buddy is nothing like Sherman. If this continues, Buddy could permanently take over Sherman's body. Buddy tricks Carla into going to a hotel where Harlan is waiting for Sherman. The dean and Carla ask Buddy to present the serum idea to Harlan. Buddy explains it while also describing women physically and takes all the credit himself. Carla is shocked and confronts Buddy, but he says he can be with any woman and doesn't care about her. She scolds him, saying he's just like Buddy. Sherman goes to his office, where the dean tells him he's been fired, and Buddy has taken his job. At home, Sherman accidentally plays a tape where Buddy mocks his boring life and urges him to take more serum. Buddy is now on stage, explaining the serum. His belly and arms keep swelling and shrinking, shocking the audience. Jason shows up and tells him to stop. Buddy starts choking himself, and it's revealed that Sherman is fighting back from within. In the end, Buddy fails to take more serum and transforms back into Sherman. Everyone, including Carla and Sherman's parents, is shocked. Sherman confesses that while the serum was meant to help people, it failed. He says he should have tried to lose weight in a healthy way. As he leaves disappointed, Carla stops him and asks him to dance, saying she has always liked him for his kind heart. The movie ends with Harlan agreeing to fund Sherman's research, saying that even if the experiment failed, Sherman's honesty touched his heart.